No.
No, dude. Actually, it has to do with Star Wars. I'll tell you the topic right now. Rewriting the prequels. And I love the Star Wars prequels. Love them. Unequivocally love them. But I have ideas on how you can rewrite them and make them better. So that's the thing. If anybody wants to come on to talk about that, I will send you the link. I'm about to send it to a couple people right now. But rewriting the Star Wars prequels to better fit where we should be. It's kind of what I have to go with that. Roman, you go for your topic right now. I'm gonna send the link out to a couple people.
All right. So, here's what I wanted to ask. So, Pilgrim, or no, sorry, Crimson, you're in chat, and you know about Avatar. So my question is, could Team Aang prevent the rumbling? That's kind of something that I've always like it's kind of like a fun thought experiment and question. Could Team Aang prevent the rumbling? Because honestly,
Yes, I think so.
I think Zuko could talk Eren off of the ledge actually.
I'm
Either
not even.
Zuko.
No. He could not, because Armin couldn't do it. Mikasa couldn't do it. Armin couldn't do it.
Could Iroh.
Iroh, he would have needed Iroh around.
I think that if Iroh was
No, it's not four. It's not just four. It would be Aang, Katara, Sokka, Suki, Zuko, Toph, and that's it. Right? Am I missing somebody? Because it would be Suki and Sokka, Toph, Zuko, and Katara. Right? I'm not missing
Iroh.
anybody. Yeah, but Iroh is the White Lotus. So if you want to include the White Lotus in stopping the rumbling, then yeah, that shit's done. You got the bro. Ozai was literally just like and just burning like miles of fucking land with one hand because of the comet. Like, you have Aang as the Avatar kick his ass. Avatar Aang slaps fucking Eren. Slaps Eren. Bro, they're going through the ocean. He stops it in the ocean. It doesn't even make it to landfall.
Yeah, see, I think that Aang single-handedly could actually solo them all.
Yeah, single-handedly Aang could do it. But when you bring in the fact that Katara can bloodbend,
yeah,
and Zuko can lightning bend, and Toph can metal bend, like, dude, and then you have like Sokka, who's just smart. He would come up with some contraptions for the aerial vehicles, and he's got Suki with him. Like, dude, that's a team. That's a team that's getting it done.
Honestly,
they got way better chances than actually the scouts had in the show. Like, they have way better chances than the scouts had in the show.
Do you you do 100% think that they actually do get it done though, right? Though
Avatar Kyoshi separated a piece of rock from the island.
Yeah.
From the continent and made it an island. Yeah. He just went like this in the Avatar state and just moved a rock like miles out. You think that Aang's bending isn't going to be able to beat the fucking rumbling? Bro, they're just they don't run out of gas. They don't run out of steam. They can use the steam from the Titans as
that's
water.
true.
They can turn it into
That's
water
true.
and just keep slicing their necks. They're done. They're done. Team Avatar beats the rumbling.
The rest of the team could help though. Yes.
No,
Like
no, not everybody else because they're all full of blood. Katara could bloodbend fucking titans.
yeah. Yeah.
Zuko could use the electricity through their steam. Oh, Zuko could fucking electrocute them. Zuko could electrocute the water. Zuko could fucking burn their necks. Zuko can fucking do whatever. Like, you know what? If you want to even be more on top of what the true Team Avatar becomes after the show, throw Azula in there. You're done. You're done. Because then it would be Azula, Iroh, Zuko, Aang, Sokka, Katara, Suki, Toph, and that's it. Plus the Mechanist, who's just making all of these fucking aerial bombardment type of fucking airships. You know what?
No.
You know what? Throw the fucking Cabbage Man in there, and they'll still win. Like,
I don't think that
they're
Aaron's
done
Titans get
because
far.
the bending level, the level of bending. Like, we saw what Aang did to an entire fleet of Fire Nation ships. We're talking a fleet. There was 100 ships there. That motherfucker destroyed all of them.
No, but like they wouldn't be able to stop Aang though, especially in like the Avatar state. No.
No,
like,
but with the help of all of his friends, like on top of him being in the Avatar state, he might just become that giant fish and just start fucking shit up.
Yeah.
The Titans are just walking. Yeah. They're not fighting. They're just walking.
Yeah.
And he can just keep taking in the more of that steam and turning it into water that's just powering him more. Dude, it's done. It's done. And if he's in the Avatar state and for whatever reason knows how to bloodbend while in the Avatar state, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
The Avatar is the most powerful motherfucker in all of like almost
fiction.
Almost cinema. Because if you had an Avatar, right, who could do all of them, right? Like, let's imagine that Aang surpassed everybody. And I like to think of it as Aang because Korra fucking sucks. So let's think of Aang this way. Aang knows how to redirect lightning, right? Let's just say this. So we already know that Aang can firebend, waterbend, earthbend, and airbend. Let's say that he gets the other versions of that. He becomes like Zahir. He can fly around. He becomes like Azula. He can shoot lightning. He can redirect it. He becomes like Katara. He can bloodbend and use ice to that extent. Use water to the extent to literally stop the rain in midair the way that Katara does. He can also earthbend and metal bend and lava bend. Let's just put all of that into one and make that Aang the most powerful Avatar, and then put him against any single fucking character fictionally that you've ever seen. Aang wins. If Aang can bloodbend, he wins. He snaps Vader's neck. He snaps Goku's neck. He wins. He wins just on bloodbending alone. He can fucking energy bend. He can bend the... Like, in that scenario, between him and Star Wars, he could probably bend the Force out of you. Through your midichlorians, through bloodbending.
That's true.
This motherfucker would be insane. If you actually release his chains of I don't kill anybody,
then
it's over. It's over.
I wouldn't be able to stop. Yeah, no. Like
the only person that I think Aang would actually go up against and not be able to beat would be Alien X from Ben 10. That's it.
I think Gandalf would also give him a fight.
No, Gandalf would give him a fight, but Gandalf would just die and then just be Gandalf again. Like, because Gandalf is a Maiar, he's an angel. So, like, if he dies, he just goes back to Valinor.
Yeah.
Or he actually goes back to not even Valinor, he goes back to the actual, like, area.
Okay, no, but look. Aang solos Eren and all of his Titans by himself. I don't care what anybody says. His team would be there to help him, yes, but he solos them.
Oh no. Okay, that's a good fucking point. No. But he beats Goku. He beats Goku 100%. Aang beats Goku. Aang has bloodbending. Aang does not beat Aizen. Aizen beats the rumbling, though. Aizen and Iwak. So? You don't even know Iwak, and you don't even know Aizen. You don't know Yuhaba, and you don't know Aizen.
How powerful is Aizen?
Villains, if you have seen Aizen pull his sword out of his sheath, you're already under its spell.
Oh?
Anything you do, even months on end, Aizen has control over.
What?
Yes. He is perfect hypnosis. That's his fucking power. Perfect hypnosis. So as long as he can just go, hey guys, look, this is my sword. You're done.
So what you're saying is, even if Eren is in his like founding Titan state, as long as he sees Aizen's sword, as long as he sees Aizen's sword,
Aizen would have already shown him that sword before he even got that point, and that's part of the loop because Eren's stuck in that loop. So if Aizen had shown him that sword, that's part of the loop now, and that means that the perfect hypnosis is now part of the loop.
Oh, wow.
Aizen's insane. They don't kill Aizen. They don't kill him in Bleach. They can't. They cannot kill him. They have to seal him. And the only reason they seal him is because Ichigo's most powerful ability, where Ichigo uses up all of his power, right? He uses all of his power and knows he's going to lose it because he uses one strike. He's like, this is my last gambit. This one strike of me sacrificing all of my spiritual pressure and putting it into this blade and slicing will possibly kill me. But also, if it doesn't kill me, I won't be able to see any of my friends anymore because I won't be able to see spirits because it'll lose my spiritual pressure. Takes that hit, slices Aizen, and he's still fucking alive. But it weakens Aizen to the point where Urahara, his friend, his Sasuke of the or not Sasuke, Kakashi of the show, like the sensei kind of guy, like had put 20 episodes before, put a spell on him. That spell has not worked, and it would never have worked if Ichigo didn't sacrifice all of his abilities, all of his power to slice Aizen. And then as soon as that happens, Aizen starts getting fucking sealed. He gets sealed away because he could not be sealed away. That seal, even there's 100 different types of Bakudo, which is the seals. Bakudo 99 is what he used on him, which is the second to most powerful fucking one. That doesn't work on Aizen the first time. Ichigo has to take all of his spiritual pressure, pour it into a blade, slice at Aizen, fuck him up just for it to activate. And that's what gets Aizen sealed. It doesn't even fucking kill him. It just seals him. That motherfucker is immensely powerful. No one's beating him. No one's beating him. And he's smart like Palpatine, bro. He is literally Palpatine.
Era Iluvatar, half the gods in...
Alright, bro. Era Iluvatar is a different fucking story. Because obviously Era Iluvatar fucking beats anybody. Like, it's just... Iluvatar is God. Like, that's different. It's a different story. Era Iluvatar can just delete Middle-earth. If he wants to. Like, that's just... It's a different story.
I mean, but like...
I'm not talking about mythology. Oh my god.
My.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Every time, Rolo. You're always so shocked when I actually click the link.
Nah, dude, that's why I sent it to you.
How long's it been since you've been here, Daimyo? Wow.
Well, you weren't here the last time.
Yeah, you weren't here like
probably 3 weeks. Right, Rolo? Like 3 weeks?
Probably 3 weeks.
Was that when he felt Was that when he fell?
That was a 12-hour
asleep?
stream.
No, that was the one before, I think.
No, I think it was a
Oh,
12-hour
okay.
stream.
Yeah. What's up, gentlemen?
Whew.
How are you guys?
What's up, man?
It was good, brother.
Long
man.
time no talk.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I recently found out which old person home you work at, Roman. So
Cool.
I'm just let me actually grab that address and post it in chat.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Please don't.
Yeah, our good friend of the channel, Ronnie, went ahead and gave me the information I needed.
Yeah, well.
I'll be calling them. I'll be calling them later.
For what? What are you gonna call them for?
Like, yo, his co-host keeps
know.
saying the retard word.
Yeah, I'm gonna start prank calling, and then all of a sudden you're gonna start hearing around work like someone keeps calling us and saying racial slurs into the phone, and we have no idea who it is. Nah, I would never do that. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yo, bro, it's not hard to find out where the fuck I work. I don't give a shit.
Are you still at the pet store?
Well, the fish and reptile store, but yes,
Nice.
they are pets.
Yeah, they're definitely pets.
No, dude. Last week and the week before, I had on one of my managers. It's great.
Is that who it was? I mean, I was actually like,
The guy with the man bun and the fucking snake. That's
yeah, and dude was just fucking chilling with the snake on his shoulder. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my manager, Sean. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Also, Daimyo, do you mess with the new intro?
I'll be completely honest. I haven't seen it.
Oh man.
I'll replay this stream later.
I was gonna say that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so basically I wrote an entire song and then put it into the intro.
Nice. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Using AI, using the power of AI, I created a song. Crimson Law and Muffler Tape both said it sounded like Dan Vasc. It's not what I was going for, but apparently it does.
Nice. What's new with you guys? I saw you guys were talking about Avatar for a second there. Was I following chat correctly? So you guys were debating Attack on Titan universe, like the Titans versus bending?
So
versus
basically,
Avatar, yeah.
My question was, could Team Aang prevent the rumbling?
Team Avatar, all right?
Well,
not Team Aang.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know what the rumbling is, so
right, yeah.
So what is it? That's what I'm asking.
So the main character.
Hold on, Fixin', I'll show you. Daimyo, I'll show you.
Yeah. The main character of. Yeah. But
Rob, explain while I show.
Yeah, so just so there's not any like dead air, the main character of Attack on Titan unleashes like millions of colossal titans to basically genocide the whole world.
What's the I forgot, what's like the power scaling of the colossal titan? Like
depends on who is like wielding
that's a great question, actually.
Power scaling?
So the way the power scaling works is in order to get the actual abilities of the colossal titan, you need to be turned into a titan and then eat the person that had that power before you. So then you gain all of their memories and the memories of the people that they ate, and then so on and so forth. So pretty fucking strong because you learn all of their tactics. You learn all.
I mean, that gives me the information of like how they get it, but like what specifically is the power? Like
when they
one colossal titan versus Superman, for instance.
Superman wins because he can just fly through it and rip the person out. Because the person is going to be in the nape of the neck, like right in your neck. So Superman can just fly right through and rip a person out of there, no problem.
And so,
if you have millions of them,
that's my next question. So the million. So we're talking a million versus just Team Team Aang, which really comes down to one waterbender, one earthbender, and one avatar. And
dude, but Sokka's smarts, dude.
And
Because
Zuko.
I also want to put the White Lotus into this because I feel like the White Lotus would help. Like,
okay, but it's if we're being rigid, right? Like that's one. The normal
Yeah.
Titan is just one giant fucker.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Colossal Titans, to be honest. I don't think there's any way. It's hard to say because we really don't get to see how powerful Aang becomes as an adult.
Dude, I don't know.
So if we're just talking, like we really don't know the scale of like. So okay, let's put it in this case. If he was able to basically single-handedly stop a volcano from destroying that village at the age of 12, then 11, 12, I forget exactly what age, but so if he's able to do that at 10 or 11, what does that look like after 50 years of training?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know, so maybe he is able, like if he sees the eruption happening just from one Titan, but again, you're dealing with millions, like, but so is he powerful enough?
It's not millions. It's more
not?
like it's more like hundreds. It's
Okay.
one island. It's not a large island. It's one island about the size of Madagascar.
Yeah.
And it's got
Can they die by natural elements?
yes. They
Yes.
actually they show the fact that they fall down a hill and one of them trips and the other one steps on it. So
And like, you know, if you have Zuko and Zuko electrifies the water, boom, then you have like 20 or 30 of them dead there.
yeah, but Grey Pilgrim, to your point right here, I disagree with that when it comes to the fate of the entire world.
I do too. I think something could change.
Like I think Katara can 100% and I think Aang would. I'm not even talking about our scenario in the Avatar world. What I'm talking about is Aang fully realized he can sand bend.
I think the more interesting question would be hundreds of, because let's be real, millions. It doesn't matter who's going up against that. You're given the little that I've watched,
millions. It's literally like there's a couple. There's
so
like,
yeah, so
500, 600.
Damn, that is close to 1 million though. 600,000 colossal titans. I would say the more interesting question would be a fully fledged Avatar versus 600,000 titans. That,
but I mean, what if he actually broke off the island in the first place? Like he could just crush like if he was a fully realized Kyoshi not be like Kyoshi wasn't a fully realized Avatar when she separated Kyoshi Island from the Earth Kingdom.
A fully realized Aang, I think, could solo them all.
I think Aang could.
No, especially, and I'm only saying not Aang because
he doesn't kill.
But yeah, but let's say he didn't have that monk thing, like, and we just see a fully fledged Avatar who is just badass, right? Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, because when you get
Avatar, like,
also, I feel like what we've seen from Avatar doesn't do justice the actual power scaling of Avatars because it's a kid show, so you can't really get too violent with it. But like, imagine like, okay, so like an airbender, right? Like, I'm sure he could pick up enough speed with like the fire bending, flying too. But like, I'm pretty sure he could quite literally rip through a Titan if its skin isn't extra.
All they need to do is destroy the nape of the neck. If they destroy the nape of the neck, the Titan's immobile, it dies. So
that's what I'm saying. And
I feel like they could do it.
Yeah,
even like, a million. Like, it would be a long fight. It'd be a couple days of a fight, but I feel like an Avatar could easily just destroy like a whole line of them. But I mean, this right here, like this is the actual like rumbling, like.
Honestly, dude, it's skipping so bad for me. I'm not even able to get a sense of what you're showing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it just wasn't even.
Fuck.
It wasn't even.
I don't know why.
I mean,
Roman, you show.
I bet the
I got
like the audience can see it, but I could not. Yeah, I could not.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll
Roman,
show
you
it.
pull it up.
I got
pull
it,
up them
bro.
attacking Marley. It's just them attacking
Yep.
Marley. I don't know what's
But
going
yeah,
on
I
with my
mean,
computer.
got it. Okay. But yeah, no, I mean, I actually do think that like Aang could solo them all, but this scene right here is terrifying. And I think that genuinely, like, they would definitely be in for a fight for sure. Tell me if this plays.
Yeah, it's better a little bit. Oh shit! No. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I forgot Titans like don't even have skin; they're just muscle.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but a bender could stop that.
I mean, you have to be a pretty damn strong bender to, and you have to. When you're dealing with 600,000 of them, you gotta. I mean, it's kind of hard to watch your back.
But I'm just saying, like, Roman, pause it for a second so we don't get caught. Never mind. I mean,
No, just let it play through. I don't have much time.
all right, now definitely fucking pause it for a second.
Nah, but this is big though.
All right, whatever. It's your channel. I don't give a shit.
But yeah, you guys like basically.
I mean, I get the point.
get the whole.
Yeah, like they're just. Oh, is it really? Yo, that's so good to know. That is so fantastic to know.
But yeah, so like to answer your question, Pilgrim, yes, it is like 600,000 nukes going off, but also I think that Aang, if he is in the Avatar state
Yeah.
and if he's fully realized, could stop that.
That's something
What
I
do you think
wasn't
that?
considering. Avatar state, especially if you're fully realized and you just have control over it,
Yeah.
like, and you can just switch it on and off, and there's no like getting tired or anything like that. I think you have a chance. That's a good debate. That would make it good. If I was good at animating, I would 100% make a little like couple,
Dude,
you know, like
that would be so
a minute,
cool.
a little minute version of an Avatar fighting
Titans, dude. That would
Yeah,
be
that-
sick.
Yeah.
Because you could show him using like.
No, you could show him being brutal. Like, yeah,
Bro,
you could
he
literally
could
just show him
fly.
killing.
He could
And like, also lightning bending, a full adult Avatar that can lightning bend. And I mean, think about what like,
bro, we're
think
not
about
even
what
talking.
you could do. Like, yeah, you could probably take out multiple at a time with that.
Daimyo, we're not even talking just lightning. We're talking sand. We're talking blood.
No, I got you.
Like metal. Like this
Well,
guy.
also, but that's what I was asking about. I was asking about if natural elements can kill them or if they have like a tough exterior. Like all you really have to do, and it like you could take out huge chunks of them just by like turning certain areas of the ground into lava, and then
Well,
like what do they do? They just sink straight into it.
For them, the main problem for the main characters in Attack on Titan is that when the steam comes, they can't get close enough to cut the nape of their neck.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Like, if you can just bend the steam away, you can cut the nape of the neck like easy.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Well, shit, guys, I appreciate you for having me on for a few minutes, but I gotta jet.
All right, brother.
Damn. All right, man.
Wow, you're in and you're gone so soon.
You know, I probably have a few. I could probably take it for a few more minutes. Yeah, that. I think.
All right, Crimson. A fucking Crimson in chat, fucking talking about. You forgot the heat that made the Colossal Titan in an instant. Yeah, no, I know, but bending steam would deal with the heat. Like you would bend the steam, bend the heat. Like if you're in Avatar state, it wouldn't fucking matter. We've seen Roku literally in Avatar state in the middle of a volcano.
Can avatars die when they're in the Avatar state? They can't, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's when
they can,
Azula electrocuted Aang to kill the Avatar. That was the point.
Right. Yeah, but like I don't know. Aang would just be
She
flying.
sneak attack that motherfucker, but the Titans aren't going to sneak attack him. They're just
Right,
defenseless,
and like
moving,
and like Aang would be flying around and just like taking them all out.
Well, I'm talking, bro. Like
individually.
he's like Zahir. Like he has entered the void. He has become wind. Like he is now flying. Like that's a completely different thing. Like
I mean, he can still do it though.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think Aang isn't the right. That's why I don't think it's the right question to be like Aang versus.
No, I just made a fully realized Avatar.
But yeah, fully realized Avatar with every ability unlocked. I actually think the Avatar has a good chance, and I don't think I'm being unfair by it. Like if you really break down the full scale abilities of what they could do. Also, it just depends like how, and that's what is kind of tough about these fan fiction kind of theories is there are so many different there's so many different what's it called situations, I guess, that you have to take into an account, right? And variables.
Caveat,
sorry, that's the word I was looking
absolutely
for. Variables. So yeah, it depends. It depends on the setting the frame you're trying to, or the stage you're trying to set, rather, right? So I don't know. I think it's a little difficult to say. I think Aang gets wiped. Young Aang gets wiped pretty early on. We don't really know how strong.
Yes.
And even older, just because of his
I don't know though, dude, because he went full fucking he didn't give a shit until the very end when he was fighting Ozai.
And you know what? That's actually a very valid point because even as a kid, he was able to think, and that's a human. That's another aspect. Like Titans were human, but they're not, right?
They're not now. So why do I give a fuck?
Yeah, he might just view them as monsters that need to go.
Yeah.
So
I could have no problem wiping them. Aang legitimately just demolishing them. Because I like to think of this as Aang, because I could see Aang being like, "Oh, they're about to destroy my, the Southern Air Temple, so I'm gonna fuck them up."
Whereas Korra would go and sit in a corner and cry if
the Titans were coming. And fucking Mako and
no, I actually think Korra would be. She'd actually do the opposite, and she would just go head on and attack, and then fucking die because she's being a retarded bitch. Yeah.
And Avatar Wano would just be sitting there
who knows? Okay, I'm not gonna leave, but give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right, guys.
All right.
Okay. So
Aang has to fight 600,000 Titans. It's a hairy battle, but if Aang goes right for Eren to kill the source, it's GG. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Because Aang wouldn't. What did Aang do during the Fire Nation invasion towards the very end of the show, the last episode?
He went for Ozai.
He went for fucking Ozai. Everybody else was fighting. He went straight for Ozai.
Yep.
That's it. He's going straight for Eren. If he blows Eren the fuck up and then blood bends Eren, he can make Eren rip himself out of his fucking neck.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean,
dude,
I got you.
I already sent you the link, I think. Crimson check. I'm pretty sure I sent you the link. Oh, no, I didn't. Here, I got you. Boom, done.
That was fast.
No, because I have a copy. I have a copy.
Roland's on it.
Bro, my snake is going like this right now. Like she wants to fucking come out. Should I bring her out? Should I bring her out, chat? Should I bring the snake out?
Bring her out.
What do you think, Roman? Should I bring her out?
Bring her out.
All right, I'll bring her out. Be right back. I'm right here. It's in my room, but she's looking at me like, bro, come on. Get me out of here. Azula, we're talking about Avatar, so it's all about you.
No,
Crimson.
Here's the one thing I would say about the going straight for the difference between going straight for Ozai and straight for Eren is that Eren still has control of the Colossal Titans and they're still marching the whole way through. So people are dying while Aang is trying to get to Eren. Mind you, I don't think Aang ultimately wins. It's just, would he be willing to make the sacrifice of all the people who are going to die in the interim because he's going straight for Eren rather than trying to stop the Titans?
Well,
he's powerful. He can put up a couple of barriers, but with the number of colossal Titans and their sheer strength, I don't think those barriers would last long. You could say he could freeze them in the ocean, but they generate heat. They'd melt the ice pretty quickly, especially with the fact that they can instantly ignite people just by being close to them. That is a ridiculous amount of heat. I mean, Bertolt, without using the nuclear transformation of the Colossal Titan, was able to break impossibly hard Titan armor in the form of the wall.
That's true. That's true. However, I think Aang...
Yeah, but Aang could just bend the wall.
Well, but
here's what I'm saying is, yes, Aang can win this fight. I do think in more scenarios than not, he wins in the fight. Simply because Eren's abilities may seem ridiculously powerful to his world, but once you start pitting him against other fictional universes, it's like the whole like Gojo versus Goku thing. Sure, Gojo's powers are insane, but the moment you start pitting him against other people from other universes, like fucking Kakashi Hatake would Oko fucking Gojo. It's not even close. Gojo would get wrecked by Naruto characters.
Yeah, that's true.
But to your point, though, Crimson, would Aang be willing to make the sacrifice of people dying to go straight for Eren? I think that's where the rest of his team comes in, because they would be trying to stop and save as many people from dying while he goes straight for Eren. Because if you remember in the finale of the Avatar show, the rest of the team were doing things. It wasn't that they were just like sitting around.
Yes, but Aang was fighting the one person who was actually doing the thing that was destroying people. They all dealt. Yes. Ozai was really the big problem. The other firebenders could be dealt with by other people. You can't have the 6 or so members of Team Avatar do much against the 600,000 colossal titans. That is, the numbers issue is the big problem there. So it really comes down to.
Zuko could electrify the water, and there's 100,000 of them gone. So
I'm not trying to show her off. I'm just trying to hold her up.
I don't think you understand how quickly that electricity would dissipate over that period, and how effective it would actually be.
No, but could a realized Avatar create a lightning storm? Yes.
Possibly. That's why I say Aang could probably do something about it. That's why more often than not, Aang wins the fight. Is he going to be able to completely stop the rumbling before people die? That's a more interesting question, a little bit more nuance to it. It's just one of those things where, like, my big problem with when people start doing these like cross-universe things is they never consider absolutely every possibility of things that could go down. They only consider, is this character strong enough to do it? Then, they win. Well,
he wouldn't stop people from dying, but I think Aang wins, though.
Well,
yes.
Crimson, that's kind of the point I was making before, right? There's so many variables to consider that these things are kind of difficult to do. And more often than not, it really only works. These fan fiction kind of versus battles really only work when you have characters of equal status and can be easily displayed.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you put Omni-Man up against Superman or up against Homelander, those all work. But they do. They all essentially work because they are basically different iterations.
They do, but they all lose to Superman because
I don't know, dude. I've seen the Omni-Man one.
Homelander dies to a fucking
Oh,
bitch
sorry,
slap
not
from either of
Superman.
them.
I was saying Homelander versus Omni-Man.
Oh.
Omni-Man takes Homelander in a heartbeat, in my opinion.
Oh no, I was gonna say Homelander dies to a bitch slap from either Superman or Omni-Man.
Yeah. And the thing with
Homelander's a fucking bitch compared to those two.
And also you have to take into account too, Homelander is a genetically modified superhuman versus two separate aliens who are born with this power and whatnot, you know. And yeah, that one too, it's difficult because you could say that Kryptonians are just more advanced in terms of power, are, you know, in general. Like they have frost breath and what's it called?
Well, even
like
just
laser
Superman's
vision.
raw strength has demonstrated higher limits than Omni-Man's. So
yeah, that's true.
One of the things,
Now, but again, here are all the variables, right? So then you get into Kryptonians versus Viltrumites and the strong, because he's not even the strongest Viltrumite. So then you have to kind of consider that. And, you know, you could also, again, this is like to both of our points. Like, okay, so what if all of a sudden this Viltrumite starts wearing a suit made out of kryptonite, right? And then obviously we know who wins. So that's why these fan fictions they're kind of pointless.
You end up having to set some stipulations on them.
That's what I'm saying. So it depends on the stage that you set, right?
You would have to in that case of the kryptonite armor, you would have to then assume that the Viltrumites already knew about Kryptonian weaknesses, which I think would be an unfair thing.
It would be, and then, but then, you know, I'm sure
it's like Batman versus any character, but Batman gets prep time. Well, that's Batman's whole thing,
and then
is being able to deal with people given the proper amount of time. But like,
and then when someone says, you know, okay, well, if Kryptonian has, or if the Viltrumite has some sort of kryptonite, then Superman has some scaled down version of the virus that they had from the comics, you know, and that's why, yeah, again, it's like just reinforcing it that these fan fictions only work when you legitimately set up parameters for them to work, right? Otherwise,
well, kind of throwing like a fun curveball in here though, because Crimson brought Batman up. I actually think that if you give Batman prep time, he could take out a lot of people. But despite me loving him,
if somebody rolls up on Batman in the middle of a fucking alley, prep time's bullshit.
Prep time is bullshit because Batman could be busy saving some dude's life, and then literally right from behind, Omni-Man drops back behind him, slices his head off with his arm.
Yeah, dude, even Iron Man. Iron Man just shows up behind him and he's like, fuck you, Batman.
Well, Batman solos Iron Man. Batman solos.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know about that. I like Batman, but there's a lot of characters.
I think Iron Man beats Batman, dude. I really do.
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say is there are a lot of characters who I think are generally a problem with zero prep time. Like Spider-Man is effectively like a perfect counter to Batman's entire shtick.
Yeah, 100%.
Iron Man is just a character who the level of tech involved there, I don't really see a feasible way for Batman to defeat Iron Man without some level of.
Do you guys not think that, like, in a universe, like, say that Iron Man's been like around, you don't think that Batman would have something made up for him, or are you guys saying if Batman doesn't?
But Roman,
anything about Iron Man?
The issue with Batman always comes down to prep time. Well, if he knew about this battle and it's coming up, he can take 3 months to build all this stuff and all this. If you took Iron Man and Batman and dropped them in a room together, Jarvis alone or Friday or whatever, like the AI system alone is going to be too much for him to handle. Not only that, if you base it off the MCU Iron Man and he's got all the nanotech, like I really don't know the comic Iron Man, but even the MCU
comic Iron Man is way crazier.
That's what I figured, and I know comic Batman is probably way crazier too. But I still think you drop them in a room together, and it's a fight to the death. Like no parameters.
If it's a spontaneous, like someone just snaps their finger, and all of a sudden they're put in a room and they have to fight each other, Iron Man wins.
Yeah,
but if you put them in the same universe, Batman, I think, stands much more of a chance because he actually does have time. His whole thing is basically intel gathering. Once he knows how someone works, he can deal with them pretty effectively.
But isn't that the same? Isn't that not the same as Iron Man and what Iron Man does? Like
the difference is Tony's a whole lot more arrogant, and that ends up being his downfall more often than not.
This is true, but that's why I just never liked the argument of the Batman versus Superman thing. And I get it, like it's been an age-old argument between comics, but
again, Batman versus Superman, impromptu, Superman still wins just because
course.
Superman's not an idiot. But given like the actual like prep time situation,
but that it's always coming down to prep time, and at the end of the day, it's really easy to beat another superhero when you've got plot armor surrounding you.
The way that like I'll say it is, despite me loving Batman, if he does not have prep time, a lot of characters watch him. But I do think that him and Iron Man would be really close. But I think Batman actually barely does beat him. Only because I think Batman
because you're biased.
No, this is why I say Batman as a character is better as a detective fighting like organized crime in Gotham than as a superhero.
Iron will. Batman's sheer iron will would outlast Tony Stark.
Dude, sheer iron will does not beat a basically mini nuclear reactor in your chest that can fucking. Like, Iron Will's not going to stop a nuclear blast.
Let me put it this way. Roman, we're going to put you up against a, like, fully armored knight and give you a surgical scalpel. That's all you can fight with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, Roman, it's okay that Batman's your favorite comic book hero.
And Roman, you know what? Just to be fair, we'll give you a taser, too.
Well, like, a taser's not gonna stop Iron Man, but like,
that's
if
the
you
point.
have like an armor-boosting batarang, if you have it, but listen,
a batarang? Did you just say batarang against Iron Man? What is it? What does he throw it perfectly and it goes into the split of part of his armor and completely
Could.
Bro, this is a cope argument for Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a cope argument. Just give it up. Give up the ghost, man. Like Batman can't beat everyone in a spontaneous fight. If it's like a straight up,
I'm not saying that he can beat everybody.
In a straight up normal fight, he could take characters like say Captain America. I think he would win that fight pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because Captain America doesn't have any special powers. He's a super soldier. Batman deals with these sorts of people all the time.
Wolverine destroys Batman.
Oh, Wolverine would be an absolute.
Shut up.
And that's why I say Iron Man is also a problem because you run into similar situations. Does Batman actually have the capability just on any given day? Does he have the ability to deal with Iron Man's suit? In some situations, yeah, you could argue that he has the Batmobile and all his equipment available to him. But would Tony Stark be able to deal with that too? Yes.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, is you have to go back and forth on the can you do this? Can it be countered? Can that be countered? Can you do something about this? You have to weigh out all the options. And once you start really considering it, I mean if it was Bruce Wayne versus Tony Stark, nothing else, Bruce Wayne kicks his ass because Bruce Wayne knows how to fight.
That's what I was saying. He held up two super soldiers. I just didn't bring that up because it's
that's
just
a good point.
It's all the variables argument again too. Like, so if they're not confined to a closed space, Iron Man, all he needs to do is like bear hug Batman, fly him straight up into the atmosphere. Done.
Yeah,
like
that's actually true.
True.
From a high
True. Yes. That is. But if they are in a closed room, that fight, like, I do think that it would be close.
No,
I do think
it wouldn't even be close.
I'll tell you why that doesn't matter. In Iron Man 1, he falls through 3 levels of a building of his house when he lands. So he's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, and again,
being in a closed room means nothing.
It doesn't. And then also, the exoskeleton or that suit, the exosuit itself gives a certain level of superhuman strength. And when you're looking at Batman, it's just Batman in his suit and gadgets. Most likely, all of those gadgets, unless he has some, you know, I don't know if this is common, but like, does he have just like a random EMP on his belt that he can throw at people?
I don't
So
think so.
actually,
I'm
to
talking
your
not.
point.
Wait. I'm not before you answer, Roman, because I know you're a Batman fan. Not some random nuanced gadget that was in one issue, like something like is it as common as a batarang?
I
That's what I'm
believe
asking.
he does keep stuff like that in handy, but the counter argument to that is I don't
doesn't
think
use it
Tony
constantly.
Stark. I don't think Tony Stark is dumb enough to have his equipment that he relies on daily be weak to something like that, especially when he's fighting supervillains. That I think is an unfair. Would be
not even supervillains, Crimson. He fought literal. Sorry, I had to put the snake back. He fought literal insurgents in Afghanistan. Like they absolutely had flashbangs, and he literally just
Roman heard that.
okay. A flashbang is not an EMP.
No, but I'm saying like
Batman does have like
EMP
he
grenades
does have an
exist.
EMP thing.
That's a Call of Duty thing. They're not.
He
real.
does have that, yes.
EMPs are 100% real.
EMP grenades.
Oh yeah.
It's not a thing that Batman can just pick up off his belt. Like I've never seen that in any Batman movie where he has to throw a grenade like it's a droid popper from Clone Wars where they just shut down all the droids and all that. Like never seen it. I bet you it's in a comic or two, but it's probably specifically made to fight a certain villain. And in this scenario, it's not specifically made because
you are right. They aren't real at all.
Yeah,
so how they're made.
He actually
exists because they would fuck
he
up
he actually has a remote electrical charge that is literally an EMP gun.
Yeah, well, here again is the thing as far as the EMPs go. I mean, in real life application, EMPs are just high altitude nukes. That's all they are.
Yeah.
So EMP grenades not existing. Yeah, that makes sense because I don't think anyone wants to carry around a thermonuclear device on their belt.
Yeah. A thermonuclear detonator. Now we're in a different universe.
But like the only shot that like Batman would have in a like non-prep time fight against Iron Man is if
Roman, just remove the word prep time from your vocabulary. Because that's what every normie goes to use. Just remove prep time from your vocabulary because fuck prep time. You know what? Roman, the Jedi never would have had Order 66 executed if they had prep time.
Here's the thing. The prep time argument is cool for fiction because watching an underdog actually like plot out a fight and all that and deal with someone who's far more powerful than them, that's an entertaining story. That's why it happens a lot in the comics.
Yeah.
In real life, if we're going to talk like the practicality of it, if you're just dropped into a room, fuck prep time, Batman isn't as good as what the comics and everything would make him out to be. There's a lot of issues with the character. And as much of a fan as I am of him being one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, I'm still not going to tell you that he can beat absolutely everyone. If it comes to zero powers, Batman wins most fights. If it comes to powers, then you have to get into like actual arguments. When it comes to people of a like similar status, like Iron Man and stuff,
because like you
said,
like,
again, nuanced.
Like at the end of the day, Batman is a brawler. He's a hand-to-hand combat like dude. Like he's not a technological wonder. Like he's a brawler. He is a fist fighter. He will kick your fucking ass. But
circa 2011, Batman's remote electrical charge EMP gun has actually became a part of his gadget list. I'm just saying.
How many times has he used it? Because I've never seen him
Well, here's the thing: is if we're talking about like all equipment and stuff, it's fair to say like Iron Man has his equipment. Batman would also have his vehicles and stuff at his disposal. He has been able to remotely access those things and do stuff with that. So that expands his gear. I still think Iron Man wins in that.
This is my issue though, because now like it just turns into a rabbit hole of these fictional arguments, right? Because okay, so he has that gadget or that gun. He shoots him once. Iron Man goes, hits some manual button, has a backup power because he most likely does, like in his suit. He's not
Iron Man calls a new suit.
Yeah, exactly. That's another one too, right? And so it's at the end of the day, the whole planning thing becomes a plot armor device, right?
True.
Especially in these. That's why they only work. These only work when you set the stage. Now, wait, Rolo. Before I want to say too, I think he would struggle even with Daredevil. Even though Daredevil doesn't have gadgets.
I 100% agree with you.
No, because Daredevil has that kind of like the instinct and the ability to anticipate movements and whatnot as close to Spider-Man.
Daredevil has 360-degree awareness. That's just
exactly.
Overpowered ability.
Exactly.
He is a god. Like Daredevil.
Without their powers, though, I do think that like in a straight up martial arts fight.
What do you mean without their powers?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Roman. I don't need to be Batman to beat a blind dude in a fist fight. Okay?
Batman doesn't have powers, Roman.
Bro, that's like putting Daredevil against Batman with no suit.
I was gonna say I have to remind you that Batman doesn't have any powers. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a regular rich dude. Neither does Iron Man.
The Batman versus Daredevil thing is actually interesting because it does bring up another point of this. Cool. Is like Iron Man and Batman are characters whose whole superhero identity are built in completely different ways. Batman's a crime fighter, more than anything. And what a lot of him getting lumped in with like superheroes and stuff is a problem because it ruins the part of his character that's actually interesting.
Well, because he's not a superhero. If you want to be like technical,
that's my point. Iron Man is much more like a superhero. He's meant to fight those like city destroying threats. That's what his entire kit is built to do. Batman is not meant, it doesn't really deal with that kind of stuff. He deals with a lot of like mysteries and battles of the mind and stuff like that. Organized crime. He's a detective.
I would argue
he's not kitted out to deal with city ending threats every other weekend.
Yeah, but Batman is also the best detective in the world. That's why he's the one who creates the Justice League.
Yeah, that's why he's the one that needs the time. Right.
Right. He needs the now, he needs other people. That's why he creates the Justice League, because he's like, I can't do this all on my own, but I am the best detective in the world. He is the Nick Fury of the DC universe.
So I'm not a comic guy, but I will from the kind of like normie perspective or whatever, I'll say what I find the nature of what I find compelling of Batman is the fact that he is the underdog in most situations, that he has to rely on his resources and his intellect to take on these crazy feats, which is what, again, narratively makes it for an appealing storytelling that's relatable, that you're going up against challenges that seem impossible, and then you end up being heroic at the end.
I'll also say, as a fan of like the comics, I do hate when he like is presented that he can go toe to toe with gods, because really
like the whole dark side thing.
Yeah, like
it was interesting. Like in the I think it was one of the movies where he bluffed Darkseid. Like that was a good way for Batman to deal with that situation. But like the whole like Hellbat armor thing where he goes in and basically like solos Darkseid. That's
Batman cannot beat Darkseid. I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
No. And like I'm saying, and like I do think that Batman loses to a lot of people, but like to bring up the Daredevil point, I do think that fight would actually be close, but thinking about it, taking my bias out of it, I do think that Daredevil wins.
I was gonna say, and I'll tell you why Daredevil wins. Daredevil wins because Daredevil kills. Batman doesn't kill, Daredevil will kill him. Daredevil will literally just fucking pound his fucking face.
Well, I don't think
Again, people
think
severely
Daredevil
underestimate how good 360-degree awareness.
That's what I'm saying.
constantly
But
Batman
does Daredevil kill? I thought the whole point is that he doesn't because it's
No,
his Catholic.
he doesn't kill because of what happened with certain people, but then he goes back to killing, and it's always a back and forth with Daredevil of like, I'm not gonna kill anymore. And then something happens, he's like, I'm gonna fucking murder everybody. Like when he went into that child trafficking ring in season 1 of Daredevil on Netflix, he kills.
Well, I was referring
like Daredevil kills. He will kill, and that's
it's never. I honestly disagree with that. I don't think it was explicitly made clear that in the Netflix series that he kills. And I just rewatched all of those fight scenes, actually, all the hallway scenes, like the
he threw
child
a
trafficking
old school TV at a guy's skull. That would kill me.
Not necessarily. I mean, and then given the 360 awareness, like he would know how hard to throw it to kill him. Like, well, I really don't. The whole he struggled the whole time with. I mean, look, if he just murdered all those people, it completely defeats the purpose of that rooftop scene with him and Punisher talking about the difference between them. So I don't think it's valid to use that as a killing. I think the whole point
wasn't killing anymore.
No. It's never. We can't talk in fact unless it's explicitly said that or made clear that he kills, because everything in that series actually points to the opposite of that. His conflict, constantly going back to the church, killing. The conversation about killing with and the difference between him and Punisher. He even reprimands Karen for even talking about killing, and talking about maybe I think it was Fisk, like how Fisk needs to die, and it's like right when they're dating and whatnot, and they get in that argument, because he goes, no, he shouldn't. Or no, she was talking about Punisher being correct, and he wouldn't be that stern about it if he was also killing on the side as Daredevil. It just wouldn't happen. So I don't think we should even consider the fact that he was killing in the Netflix show. Now, I don't know about the comics, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this, that Daredevil.
The reason that I think that Daredevil wins is
I think dude, he definitely kills more than fucking Batman does.
Yeah, but okay. Wait, Roman. I know you're trying to. I know you want to make a point. Just hold on, because I want to stick on this for a second, because it's a pretty vital aspect to Daredevil. Did any of you guys read? Have you guys read the comics? I haven't.
I own a couple Daredevil comics. They're fucking really good. I don't have one pen, so I don't.
I've read his,
and I haven't watched the show yet. I'm waiting for the show to play out. But in the comics that I do know, and what I have heard by watching a lot of reviews on Daredevil so far, with
I'm telling you right now, I've watched all 3 episodes. I won't spoil.
Well, I know what happened, so it's okay.
It does not live up to the hype so far.
From what I've heard from Gary from Nerdotic is that Daredevil absolutely fucking kills people and has done it before, and he constantly struggles in the comics between this line of I'm not going to kill anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not going to just take Gary's word for everything, and everything I'm looking up right now, it's Daredevil. Daredevil quits being a hero for a little for killing someone accidentally. He's very much against killing. Daredevil is one of those heroes who has a no-kill policy. I don't know if you misinterpreted what Gary said, but I know Gary owned a comic shop, but that's not enough for me to just be like, whatever Gary says is Bible. But everything I'm seeing here, though, says that Daredevil does not kill. And everything.
That's the thing, though, dude. Neither does Aang from Avatar, but he drowned 1,000 fucking Fire Nation troops in ice cold freezing water in front of the North Pole. They all fucking died. There's no way they lived.
And what happened after that? He put him in
season.
that's my point, is that the guilt took over and he fought with himself, internally for years. So and it's kind of the same trope. It's kind of the same trope that I'm talking about with Daredevil. And I wish,
but I mean, in Daredevil Born Again, the first episode, he throws fucking Bullseye off a roof, like,
and it's explicitly said that he didn't kill him, and he attempted to, but it also stuck with him, which I actually kind of hate that they're doing this, where they're not putting him in the suit, and that's kind of the reason why, because he crossed the line, and
that's what I'm saying. He meant to kill him.
Right, but what I was going to say before too is when he dropped the guy off that rooftop in the Netflix series, he knew exactly where to drop him and how to drop him so that he wouldn't die. Because like what Crimson was saying, he has that 360 what did you call it?
360 degree awareness.
Yeah. So he literally knows the height of the building, knows how far to push him and how hard to push him to where he's going to land in a certain spot.
That was
going to be
actually
critically injured.
After what happened, I think he literally wanted to kill Bullseye because Bullseye shot fucking.
He did, but the point I'm trying to bring up, because
I haven't seen the show yet.
Okay, all right, my bad.
Well, okay, I'm not going to keep going on spoilers, but I want to finish this point. Like what Crimson said is that I don't think people understand how much of an overpowered ability that is. Like I think this is one of those situations. Like even though the show frames it in a certain way, and you can interpret it like he did, like he meant to kill him, I think deep down, given the history of the character, and given that we've seen it before, he pushed him off knowing damn well it was going to break every bone in his body, but he still wouldn't. He was, the
reason.
I still think I still think he kicks Batman's ass.
I think so too. I just wanted to make that clear about Daredevil because I think Daredevil's a pretty interesting character. And
my reason for why Daredevil beats him also is because of his sonar vision, which comes with his like 360 senses. Is that
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, like
physically
in certain,
he can sense everything around him.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Roman. Keep going.
No, it's fine. But like I'm saying, in certain instances, Daredevil can see, but he can like see and hear like everything. So like even if Batman tried to like stealth his way out or something, Daredevil would be able to find him no matter where.
He would hear him because there's a part in season 3, I think, where he's laying in bed after he's not Daredevil anymore, and he's hearing all the screaming and all the shit going on around the city that he has to go out and help with.
Well,
so I'm positive that he can definitely hear everything going on.
Also, it's like he explains too that it's not just like it's not that like he can see or not see. It's that like the vibrations or whatever like he knows where things are, right? Regardless of, I think there has to be some movement. I'm not sure, but even then, like you could argue that Batman's sonar technology gives him the same, maybe not to the full extent. I don't know.
Nah, bro. Sonar technology ain't the same as literally being able to sense energy like you have a force.
No, I mean I brought this one up, so you guys know where I stand on this. I think it's Daredevil. But
yeah.
I mean
the Daredevil would kick Batman's ass.
Yeah, that's why.
I think it would be a close fight, but I think Daredevil has the edge.
Well,
that
would be.
Do you think that with like Batman being like a pure martial artist, I think he always has a fighter's chance. But I do think
Daredevil. Daredevil's a pure martial artist himself, bro. He doesn't even use weapons. He doesn't even use.
I didn't say that he would beat him.
I mean, Daredevil. He uses batons. Like he's got weapons.
Batman has actual like serrated fucking like batarangs like, and I still think that Batman's not. He doesn't have that awareness. Daredevil could sneak up on Batman. We're not even talking.
Yeah, but I know, but that's where we're getting into the weeds again, right? It's the same thing that me and Crimson were saying before. It's just that it's the stage. That's why I think the best way to do these is just put two heroes in a locked room together, and who walks out of that room, right?
Yeah.
Like you're fighting for a key. who walks out, and that's the best way to do it. No gadgets, no planning. You pick them up from what they were doing,
because like,
and
right,
that's how you power scale. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask you a question real quick, Crimson.
What's up?
So we're doing that way, locking 2 characters in a room. Let me lock fully realized Eren Yeager in a room with fully realized Aizen, and who wins?
Bro, Eren gets his ass kicked by a lot of people. You realize that, right?
No,
Like-
I'm talking like in a locked room. It's just the 2 of them. Like honestly,
this is coughing baby versus nuclear bomb here. Aizen wins.
Yeah, I was gonna say like all Aizen has to do.
I don't care. I don't care how much power Eren Yeager has. He could go Super Saiyan with as a Titan for all I care. He still wouldn't beat Aizen.
So do you think that Ichigo could beat Eren?
Yes.
I agree.
I mean, especially if you give him some of like the Vasto Lorde stuff he gets later
Oh
in the
my
series.
god, that's not even. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I mean, let's just put it this way. I think Naruto could destroy the Rumbling simply because of Tail Beast State. Like,
Okay, but that's
motherfucker can launch nuclear attacks like it's nothing.
But okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you think he could easily win, I would almost argue that we just haven't seen enough of Avatar lore, and we haven't seen it in like an adult setting. And I know Naruto came out before. I actually think the creators of Avatar took a lot of swag from Naruto, just in terms of the natural ability. So I would say actually if you put them, if you can, the Nine Tails and the Avatar state are pretty similar just in terms of conceptual writing. Not even powers, because I don't know enough about Nine Tails. But when you look at it as like this specific like ability, right, that this character can access, Avatar, Nine Tails, and then also all the natural the jitsu versus the bending, it's similar in that sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually think that I don't know. I think we just haven't seen enough of the Avatar stuff
I
yet.
said earlier that I think Avatar Aang himself would end up being able to stop the rumbling. Just simply because of the power level of the Avatar and like the fully awakened state.
Absolutely.
Would it be an instantaneous like curb stomping? No. It would be a tough fight for Aang, but I think he'd do it more times than not.
No, but
especially if he decided to go right for Eren from the start, then he would actually win. Because if you take out Eren, the rumbling stops. That's
also wait, sorry, Rolo. Also, the like what you talked about, the Nine Tails and the nuclear bomb thing. Like there's that ability where the firebenders can like shoot, that one dude can fucking shoot the
Combustion Man.
Combustion Man. I was trying to think of the name.
That's a special case though, from what I understood.
But,
it's not a very common
the
thing
argument we were saying was that Avatar with every ability in bending.
So we're talking about an Avatar that can combustion.
Look, imagine an Avatar in the Avatar state doing a Combustion Man. I mean, dude, that's a hydrogen bomb.
It's really gonna come down to how much stamina does Aang have in a fight? Because I don't think people really understand how many people or how many Titans 600,000 is. And that's an actual calculation made by fans. That's not just going off of like something that's been said. Like people actually calculated the perimeter of Paradis and the number of Titans that could fit inside the wall.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean,
you're correct, but I mean, honestly, a fully realized Avatar who isn't even using the Avatar state yet could wipe out a good section of them and then go into the Avatar state.
Yeah, I would
stamina and just fucking them, because all they have to do, earth bending, water bending, and fire like just combustion bending to blow the bodies out of the necks. That's it.
I mean, not even
you want to blow the Titans? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, I heard that too. We need a clip.
No, Crimson, think about it. Think about it. Imagine an Avatar.
He goes, think about it. Think about it.
You don't have to try and convince me. I have already said, like, Aang has the power to deal with the rumbling. It just comes down to
Avatar that also has the ability like if we're talking fully realized, we're talking combustion bending, blood bending, all this other shit, plus being able to have the ability to legitimately fly, like let go of your earthly tethers, become winged,
Yeah, I mean,
into the void, like he could just.
But again,
fly
how
past.
do you how much stamina do you need to deal with an army of Titans that can march across the entire world and wipe out 80% of its
Well, you
population?
clearly have help from other benders in this situation.
no. Let's not do that.
No, you said Team Aang, Team Avatar. We can basically disregard everyone else because they're irrelevant at this.
That's what I was saying. I whittled it down already to just Aang. Now let's say
I don't think so because I think Sokka would come up with a crazy ass.
You keep bringing up Sokka. Sokka is useless against a because he's not one of the
useless against the Fire Lord.
He's not, and we're not. The Fire Lord is minuscule in comparison to one Titan.
You're acting like Sokka is fucking Tony Stark in the series.
He is Tony Stark.
He is. He drank fucking cactus juice. Got high out of his mind.
Let's stop for a second here. Rolo, shut up. Rolo, shut up for 1 second. I'm sorry, Sokka dies in the first 10 minutes of this battle against 600,000 colossal titans. He dies in 10 minutes.
I don't think
unless he stands away. But look, he doesn't have the listen, he doesn't have the gadgets or the tools or the training to fight.
The gadget and tool guy. What do you mean?
For 1 second, Rolo. I'm talking about like when they're I forget the unit that was like where Eren came from, the dudes that go around killing titans.
Scouts.
Scouts. He doesn't have any of that stuff in his arsenal. So you can't even put him in that position. He's never fought anything like a Titan. He's just not winning that battle. Now, okay, what I was going to say, though, let's actually take what Crimson said and ignore all the other people on the team and just call it Aang. Aang at 10 years old against the battle with what's his name, or the fight with Ozai, he did that whole like molecular thing with all the bending forms. So
that's 12, but yeah.
Sorry. But if he did that as an adult and probably trained to, honed it even more, I think that situation alone, he's taking out most of the Titans with that thing, with what he was doing with those abilities. I mean, he was bending an ocean. So like, I don't know.
He was bending an ocean, but he also had help at that point.
11 years old, he was bending the ocean. But he also has a spirit world, bro. The spirits might fucking help him. Like,
we keep going in circles. We can't
we're not just going in circles. We're going in circles to arrive at the same conclusion over and over and over again. Aang beats the rumbling. We've already established that. It's just a matter of, does he put in more effort to stop the entire thing, or does he just go straight for Eren and kick his ass because he can deal with Eren?
This was great arguing with three people that we all agree with. So on that note, though, gentlemen, it's always a pleasure chatting with you. I'm going to get out of here.
I'll see you later.
All right. Thanks for having me on. Roman, appreciate it. Rolo, appreciate it. And
we miss you,
always
brother.
nice chatting with you. Yeah, I'm not around YouTube much these days, but if just keep sending me the links, I'll drop in when I can.
Man, what happened to that? What happened to that fucking eager young grifter I used to talk to all the time?
Oh, I just got tired of it. I mean, I have been doing a couple videos on gaming
I've seen a couple of your videos pop up.
Yeah, I mean, videos on my conspiracy channel, not so much. I just posted one, but I do have a new channel, Rage Quit Gaming. I don't know if you guys heard.
Well,
probably not. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna start doing some gaming streams on it too. Sorry for the shameless plug, guys. I wanted to let you know.
I don't care at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop this in chat. Basically it gives me a chance to talk about other pop culture stuff outside of what's it called, outside of like conspiracy stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, I'd appreciate that. I'm going to be doing some live streaming soon, I think, either on Red Dead or Destiny 2. I don't know if any of you guys played that.
I've played both. I haven't played Destiny 2 in a fat minute because every time I get on that game. It's like $50 for the new stuff to play, and then you can level up.
I stopped caring about Destiny 2 when they removed the content I paid
I'm a
for from the
Destiny
game.
1
Ooh, that
fucking
does not look good.
OG. I
Well,
played Destiny 1 day one, bro.
I've never played it, so I don't have any animosity towards the game. But if you guys do want to kind of maybe reboot and start playing, just hit me up.
You know what?
Maybe
I
it doesn't sound too bad, especially now
I
that I have a
actually
PC.
would love to. We could have we got a fire team right here. What do you play? You play Hunter?
I haven't even opened the game up yet. I just downloaded it.
My main is usually the fucking Hunter.
I'm a Hunter. What are you, Crimson?
A Hunter. Dude, I've been a Hunter since D1.
So from what I already,
I am a fucking golden gun slut. That's what I am.
No, dude, golden gun. I'm Blade Dancer.
So I'm also pretty strategic when it comes to this stuff. So like, we would obviously build a team in that.
I think you'd be a Titan.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'll play. Like, yeah, we should try to get a team together and maybe start.
I'll literally play anything with no slots if we just do the whole thing.
I was gonna say that'd be fun as fuck. I will play that game with you guys.
Roland, I know what you're on, but Crimson Daimyo, are you guys on Xbox or are you guys on PlayStation?
Well, I'm on
PC.
Technically both. PC can play any Xbox game.
Yeah, so I can play with them. I think it's Destiny crossplay.
Yeah, it is.
I have an Xbox though. It's fine.
I'm on PC currently. Well,
Yeah,
I'm on both, but yeah, I'm playing Destiny on PC.
All right, so I think I have your account on Xbox, but I'll
just DM me. Let's maybe get a crew going this weekend or something.
Yeah,
but yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you around.
Right, peace out, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Take care, bro.
Yep. Peace.
Man, that was nice.
Yeah.
So time to get into the real